Okay, Lucas Paquetá. I'm ready to talk about him now. I'm ready for the Lucas Paquetá video. I deliberately haven't done one. It's tapping content, really, if you're doing a football channel and you're going to be linked with a sort of record signing, Brazilian playmaker, all the rest of it. I think I didn't want to do it and then be disappointed. I almost got a little bit superstitious with it. So I don't mind doing the Van Aken videos. I sort of don't mind if we get him or if we don't. Same with Emerson. You know, I didn't think he was as terrible as many people made out, but I didn't also think he was that brilliant because, look, hey, you're going to spend 10 to 15 million pounds on a left back. I don't really care. But this one, I really want this guy because I think this guy makes a massive difference to West Ham. I mean, I really do. He is significantly better than anyone else that plays in that position for us at the moment. And David Moyes, at the start of the window, David Moyes said that what he wanted to do is he didn't want to buy players for the sake of it. He wanted to buy players who were going to be better than the ones in the team at the moment. I don't really think he's done that. And I don't mind because I felt the squad was so weak. I thought actually you did have to sort of puff out the squad a bit. That's fine. But he's doing it now. This is an amazing footballer, and I think quite an un-West Ham-like transfer, actually. Record signing on a Brazilian, I don't mean a fantasy player, but like, full of the flair and the tricks and the flicks, and this guy is a statement of intent. I really do. And it's not the only thing that's a statement of intent. The money we're spending is a statement of intent, and not just the money we will hopefully end up spending on Paquetá, but the money we've spent overall. It's gone. The window's taken a funny turn because we were quite slow off the mark in terms of bringing players in. But I think even the most optimistic of people wouldn't have predicted that we would... Look, I'll be honest, I've not checked everybody else's net spend, all right? But I think even the most optimistic wouldn't have predicted that West Ham would be up there with the top clubs in terms of the net spend. And we really are. And to put it into context, we're doing it at a time when I think football's still feeling the pinch from COVID, from whatever, half a season with empty stadiums and all that sort of thing. So I'm surprised. I'm very, very surprised. But it is a massive statement of intent. We'll get to that in a second. In terms of the player, David Moyes, again, he said he needs to find something different. He needs to find another way through. Teams are sitting back against us. Teams are more defensive against West Ham than they used to be. We're not, ironically, we're not seen as relegation fodder anymore. I know we're down the bottom at the moment, but I'm talking for the last 2 years. David Moyes has gradually seen teams put up a bigger brick wall when they play us. So he needs something else to get through the defence. This guy is that. I mean, he's got so much ability. He's got the tricks, the flicks, he's got the awareness, gets out of tight spaces, really great range of passing. If you haven't gone and looked at it, go and look at Gio's video where he really sort of delves down and digs into the statistics of this guy. But, if you're not that way inclined, just go and have a look at his highlight reel. And I know highlight reels can be easily dismissed. And I think certainly if you've got a load of grainy footage from some third division football being played somewhere, then fine. But what you're going to see is international football, playing Champions League football. You're going to see him playing against Paris Saint-Germain. I think when that's the footage you're looking at, I think you can probably give it a little bit more validity than if it was basically third-rate footage. I think the lift it would give everybody at the club, not just us fans, but the players as well, would be absolutely huge. I think to see this guy come in, it would very much be saying to everybody, look, this is where we're going. This is our destination, and this is the route we want to travel in. I'm pretty sure Lyon will make the fee more inflated than it actually is. They have to do that. They have to say to their fans that we didn't want to let him go, but the fee was so big we couldn't turn it down. So I wouldn't be surprised if Lyon call it 60 million, we call it 45 million. The truth is probably somewhere in between. You'll never really know. But this is a record transfer fee. There's no doubt about that. This is a record transfer fee. And I must be honest, I didn't actually believe... It's another reason I didn't do the videos. I didn't really believe the links to this player. I thought this was a smokescreen just to try and get the Van Aken deal done. And that's sort of where I am. There's sort of, I guess a transfer pessimism with me, in as much as I thought, whatever, we'd bid 13 million for Van Aken at Bruges. They wanted 16 million. We were squabbling over 3 million. And because we were squabbling over it, I thought we'd made a false link to this Brazilian wonder star, right, who plays Champions League football. And we were saying, well, okay, if we're not buying Van Aken, then what we'll do is we'll go and buy this player. I thought, yeah, which was another reason for me not doing a video about it. But it appears to be true. And I did wonder, when we missed out on Anana, when we missed out on Nunes, when we missed out on Calvin Phillips, I did ask the question, have we still got, and I said it, I said, have we still got 35 to 40 million to spend on one player? I didn't, even in my wildest dreams, think it would be sort of 45 to 55 million. As I say, we'll never know really what it is. And you can sort of muddy the waters with agents' fees and this, that and the other. But it's a lot of money. I thought, no, we've probably spent that. I think, maybe bringing Cornet in and Scamacca was big money. And by the time we, brought Emerson in, I thought, okay, we might bring Van Aken in for 13 million or whatever. We had to go out and buy Keira, which we didn't expect to do. I thought our spending's done. And let's not forget, someone like Areola cost a lot of money. So he's on big wages, a lot of money. I thought, no, there's no way. Which makes you wonder. I mean, who's funding this spending spree? Which feeds into something else. Before I talk a little bit more about it, have you got your fantasy football team in? I've done mine. I'm going to show you my team in just a second. If you haven't downloaded the Spitch app, which is where we play our fantasy football, use the link below. Download Spitch to your phone, open it up, and in the communities bar, type in Hammers Chat. You pull up our Hammers Chat mini league, put your team in, join it. Now, the great thing about Spitch is, well, firstly, you can win lots of money by doing it. You can bet and increase your stakes, but it is a pay-to-play game. Not only that, you can also play it for free. But the great thing is we've got this little mini league and it allows you to overspend. And I've sort of overspent on my team this week just to try and beat Gio. It's 1-1. Gio's gone under budget. I've gone over budget. My team... As you'll see, because I'll pop it up on screen now. I've got David De Gea, Alexander-Arnold, Rico Henry, Cancelo, Kai Havertz, Harrison, De Bruyne, Bruno Guimaraes, Jesus, Harry Kane, he's my captain, banking on a Tottenham player here, and Che Adams. So my thinking on Che Adams is he wants to transfer to Everton. Why? I don't know. But anyway, he wants to transfer to Everton, so he's going to be playing out of his skin. Anyway, that's my team. If you want to join in and see, pit your tactics against myself and Gio, download the Spitch app by using the link below. As I say, in the communities tab, type in Hammers Chat, come and join our mini league. If you want to up the stakes, because there are over £70,000 worth of cash prizes each and every week, you can join in some of the games, but it is a betting app, so it's 18 and over and only available in certain countries. Okay, so the money. I don't really know what's going on with this. I'd love to have an answer for you. I'd love to say, some of it's just come from what we've earned, some of it's come from Kretinsky. I just don't know. And there's not too many people predicted that we would start to spend this sort of money, particularly in the year when the embarrassment clause ends, or whatever it's called. You know the clause I'm alluding to. That's the one where, when we got the Olympic Stadium, it was carved in stone, etched in stone, that if we sold before 2023, then there'll be a penalty clause, and any profit the owners made on the sale would have to be paid back to the taxpayer. I totally get the clause, I understand it. But basically, during this season, it ends. And it's been rumoured that is the point when Gold and Sullivan will sell up. Now, I mean, this just muddies the water even further. I mean, I think the suggestion is they wouldn't rubber stamp these sort of signings, this sort of expenditure. Why would they if they know they're going to sell up? But then there's another train of thought, which is, well, clearly they want to do it because they're not going to be able to sell if we're down the bottom of the league. I'll tell you what I think. I don't know where the money's come from, but I don't think that we're making this signing because it's a panic buy because we're bottom of the league. I think we've been trying to spend this money for quite some time. And I think this is why you've seen a very coy and a very cool and composed David Moyes over the last 6 months when he's been saying, I'm not spending, I'm going to wait, I'm going to save my money. Because clearly, whatever it is, and look, I've seen it bandied around that it's 200 million, right? And it's not 200 million. But you don't have to inflate it and add all the fees in to make it look like 200 million. The whatever it is, the 170, 180 million, that's still loads. I mean, it's plenty. Whatever we've spent is plenty. And I think David Moyes would have known his budget all the way along. So he probably rightly was quite cool about it. Now, I say rightly. You could argue that actually, do you know what? If he had 170 million to spend, why not spend 30 of it in the winter window and, and get us over the line, get us Europa League football, get us into the final of the Europa League. But maybe, just maybe, the players that he wanted, of the calibre that he wanted, weren't available then. I am mindful as I record this video that it's not a done deal yet with Paquetá, but everybody's saying it is. I think the sticking point was apparently we've already got the agreement with the player, so he just needs to fly it over now and have a medical. We made 3 bids. And what I like about our bidding's even changed. So I think the first bid we went in at 35 million. Back in the, let's call them the James Tarkowski days, we would have gone in with 35.5 million as our second bid. I don't think we did. I think our next bid was 42 million. So we upped it significantly. And I mean, there are a few journalists, had it have come from our end, with maybe our owners leaking the news that the Olympic Lyonnais were quite difficult to deal with, I would have taken it for a pinch of salt. But a lot of the foreign journalists were reporting that the Lyon president was difficult to deal with, that Lyon were not the easiest club to do business with. I think when I start hearing it from that end, I think, okay, well, maybe there's something in this. Anyway, went back with a third bid. As I say, you'll hear lots of conflicting reports on what it is. A lot of them are going and saying it's 60 million euros. Who knows? But I do think it is probably between, I don't know, it's probably around 50 million pounds sterling, which is amazing. To think that West Ham, little old West Ham, can go and spend that sort of money on a Champions League player, on a Brazilian international, and not one at the end of his career. This is not getting. Number one, this is not getting an 18-year-old prospect in, or this is not a 34-year-old who's at the end of his career. This is someone in his prime and his peak. We're signing this guy for his peak years. That's very unlike West Ham. But actually, it's also very unlike West Ham when you put it together and you actually start adding that we've already spent £35 million on Scamacca, and you start adding in all the other stuff as well. I mean, we are signing international players and we're signing very, very good players. And I can't quite believe it. I cannot wait to see this guy play. Apparently, if it all goes to plan and all the timing's done, he might be ready to play against Tottenham. Don't know if that's the case. Probably not. I won't expect him to see him before Tottenham. Just a report I read. Don't get your expectations up. I guess it would be. I guess Tottenham is doable. Villa definitely isn't doable. Tottenham maybe. Wouldn't it be great? See, this is the thing. I'm allowing myself to get excited now, and I purposely, when I started hearing it, nope. It was almost like, nope, not looking. Just don't. I wasn't going to pay any attention to it at all. But then the momentum kept building, and we were going back in. I spoke to a few people who I know, and I said, "Are we really bidding for this guy?" And I said, "Yeah, I believe so." And then, just the WhatsApp starts buzzing, and you think, "Hold on, this is going to happen." And it looks like it really is going to happen, which is why I've decided to do this video. Now I've already released a video today, but what the hell? There we go. Happy times. I'm in all honesty, I'm probably going to go and have a little drink tonight anyway. I'm just sort of hoping that halfway through my dinner and my drink, that I may well, there may be a little text to the phone saying deal done or something like that. That'd be brilliant. To be fair, his representative's been over in London. This is a West Ham pessimist again. Sorry, you probably heard I tapped the microphone then. Apologies. Probably boomed in your ears, didn't it? I thought, someone's going to come in and pip us. Arsenal, these representatives from London, Arsenal are going to pip us to the post. Tottenham are going to pip us to the post. Something like that. But no, I mean, we really could get this guy. And do you know what? Very un-Moyes-like signing, very un-West Ham-like way of doing business. A massive statement of intent. I do wonder, a little a little penny for Declan Rice's thoughts on this. If he sees this guy come in and he starts really excelling, liking the way he plays, I just wonder. Maybe it's too little ambition too late for Declan on that one, and I don't overly blame him for that. But I mean, as a statement of intent, a statement of I wouldn't call it spending power, but I'm excited. I've got to be honest with you. I'm really, really excited, and a certain amount of disbelief. I'm not going to. I know there'll be comments on this video. I'm not celebrating or not, until it's happened, until he's signed. I see him holding up the shirt, and I get that. I mean, I really get that, and I'm with you. I'm with you on that. But I've been a good boy. I've not done any videos on it for the last 2 days while the rumours have been going around. I can't help myself anymore. I am excited. I keep checking my phone. I know you're doing the same, which is why I won't title this video Paquetá signed. A lot of money though, isn't it? A lot of money, good ambition.